Hi guys, Natalie Jill here on Unprocess Your Diet with my friend Tamilee Webb. You guys might know her from Buns of Steel, or even now, Paws of Steel, which she started for dogs. And we're talking today about something that's not only good for animals, because that is important, but it's good for us too. It's really good for us. And I learned about it first from Tamilee, and now I'm just reading a lot about it and I'm incorporating it into my diet. And this started with, I was at her house and I smelled something cooking. I thought she was making just soup, and she told me she was making bone broth.
Yes.
Bone broth.
But I wasn't really making it. She thinks that I cook. I don't, but this is what I do. I do make sure that what I eat is very healthy, and so bone broth is a process. So there is a way of making it, and you can go online. There's many recipes, but it stems from taking free-range chicken bones or a chicken, okay? And you put this in a big pot, and you want filtered water, and then you can put an onion, you can put a carrot, and there's some parsley, but it's really the vinegar that goes in it. Now this is from my friends that tell me, because I don't personally make it, okay? But it's the vinegar that goes inside of it that actually pulls the minerals from the bones that are being cooked through it. And that's where all the broth, so it's not just chicken broth, it's really coming from the bones and all of that minerals. So so this is how I get it. I order it and it comes frozen, and then I take it out and I unfrozen it, and then I usually put it in a container. I'm not sure if you can see, but it looks a little like gelatin. So it almost looks like there's gelatin in there. And it's the gelatin that actually is like a key thing when you go to drink this. So you can drink this, you can heat this up and have it like chicken broth. And or you can mix it in something that you're making. So if you're making anything that requires water or a broth, use this chicken broth.
So what are some of the benefits?
Oh, there's lots of benefits. Okay, so the benefits are, when I first learned about it, it was more about my indigestion. So typically what happens when you start aging, things start slowing down, you start losing things start drying up, okay? And one of them is collagen. So as you get older, you start losing collagen in your bodies. You'll lose it in your joints, in your skin, and that's why sometimes you'll hear people go, oh, my joints, or oh, they go to stand up in their joints. So think of it as this gel goes around the joint, and so it kind of dries up. And when it dries up, then it's like bone on bone. And it's the collagen in our skin that keeps us looking youthful.
The elasticity.
The elasticity, it keeps it strong. So it's gonna help with that. So skin, hair, nails, so a whole beauty side of it, but it really, for me, it was my gut. So with the gut, think of it as it's a lining. And over the years, if you've put a lot of sugar in your body or have had processed foods, all the stuff that it's just ripping your gut apart. So your body doesn't have the ability to really hold the things that it needs to hold to nourish our body. And so sometimes people have, constipation, they might have diarrhea. Sorry, I'm getting a little graphic here, but what it does, it helps it, and it also helps us with toxins. It gets certain toxins out of our body. So the intestines and toxin, and then the other really great thing, because of the collagen, and the collagen again from the gel, is that the joints. Remember that collagen helps with our joints and inflammation. And what is inflammation? Inflammation is one of those things that's usually the start of anything that is going to be of a health problem for us. People have inflammation, like you can also, like I always do this in the morning, it's like, oh, can I do this without my hands feeling bad, or so, you're thinking, oh, they're just full of water. But it can be inflammation. And inflammation, that's where everything starts, and it's with the cell, in our cells. So when you're eating or drinking things that are healthy for your body, it can get into the cell, which you want. You want to build up the good cells, which is getting rid of the inflammation. So joint, inflammation, hair, skin, your intestines, helping with toxins, those are really great reasons for this. Now, I particularly don't like just, I think it's the gel in it, the gelatin. So when you're just drinking it, but I use this for anything that requires broth or water, and because of my paws of steel, and I have 2 dogs that I just really care about, is that I put it in their foods. So when I feed them, I just take a little bit of this. It's not heated, and I just pour over it. And
they probably love the taste of that too.
And they love, well, of course, it's chicken. They love it. And so their coat is better. They have less, you know, one of my dogs has allergy issues. That has helped. And I know that if it's good for me, it has to be good for them too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How often do you personally have bone broth in your diet? What would you recommend if somebody has?
You should have it every day. I mean, okay, so my dogs get it every day. If I don't get it every day, it's because I haven't put it in something, but I always try and make something where I can add it to it.
And you personally have noticed and felt a difference in your skin and your joints and everything?
Yeah, doesn't it look good?
She does look good. That's why I asked.
It's not just all camera makeup and
does
action,
look good.
right? Okay. So I'm holding my own, and yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for many years and exercising, and I can tell you my joints don't hurt. I teach 5 classes a week, and my body, you know, it takes a little bit more time to recover, but I don't have joint issues. I don't have any problems with my bones, with my joints, and my inflammation. Every once in a while that it might come up from something else, but I notice that if I'm consistent with it, I don't have that problem.
So I'm starting it like ASAP, right? Because it sounds good. I'm gonna start.
I'm thinking about just taking a whole bath in it. I think we
perfect.
just, you know, take it all over. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. So you can find out more on the links below about where to get it, where to find Tamilee, about her Paws of Steel site.
Yeah, and I will be blogging, because on pawsofsteel.com, I'm just blogging right now, and I will be talking about all the great things that I think are great, not only for us as humans, but for our paw children. So yeah, I'll be putting information about that there.
Thanks guys, check out all the links below. I've got all the information down there on where to find Tamilee, where to find Paws of Steel for more information. Bye.